Hey everyone, welcome back to Ulduar Boss Guide series. XT Deconstructor is next. This fight is very similar between 10 and 25 men, but there are some differences between normal and hard mode. We'll go over normal mode first. Here is an example of suggested positions and movement for this fight. You might want to pause or come back to this point later. Melee will want to stack on the left, while range should be semi-spread in a curve. From junk piles that are on both left and right sides, 3 types of adds will spawn throughout the fight. Small junk bots have no aggro table and will walk towards the boss. If they reach XT, they will heal him for 1% of his HP per bot, similar to zombies in Gluth encounter in an axe. Boom bots are a walking bomb that will spawn every wave and explode on death. Range should prioritize the bomb as their target, since the explosion will deal massive damage to junk bots. Melee shouldn't be around the bombs when they explode, as it will result in extra damage taken. Pummelers are cleaving adds that should be picked up by the off-tank and positioned next to the boss, facing away other raid members. Range DPS can dump dots on them for some extra damage. You will want to assign a couple of range DPS to take care of bombs and the junk bots, while melee cleaves down the pummelers. XT will cast in sequence 2 different bombs on players, Gravity Bomb and Light Bomb. In both cases, whoever is affected by this bomb will have to move away from the raid, since they will explode after a couple of seconds. Gravity Bomb is dark color and an explosion will cause a death grip effect on everyone around the target. Light Bomb will cause ticking AoE damage for its entire duration. It is advised that Gravity Bomb moves to the left and Light Bombs move to the right to avoid confusion. It is very important that raiders pay attention to this, since failing to move while having a bomb could wipe the raid. Note that main tank cannot be targeted with either debuff. Only healers and DPS are eligible targets for Gravity and Light Bomb. Extra tip for the Light Bomb is for rogues to save and use their Cloak of Shadows for when they get affected by a Light Bomb. It will instantly drop the debuff and negate all potential damage. As for melee positioning, you'd want them stack on the left and have the guy with Light Bomb move to the right, since they can continue to DPS the boss without damaging the raid. Every 25% of XT's health, he will get stunned for 30 seconds and drop his heart out. If you kill his heart, you will start the hard mode. If you leave it alive, even with 1 HP, you will continue with normal mode. XT's heart will take 50% increased damage, and all of the damage it takes will transfer to the boss after it goes back in. Generally, it's a good idea to pop cooldowns when the heart is out, since it will produce more overall damage done. The banger of this fight is Tantrum. Every 60 seconds, XT will cast Tantrum that will deal 10% of HP every second to the whole raid for a total of 12 seconds. On normal mode, this shouldn't be a problem, since every time his heart drops out, Tantrum will be interrupted, and if not casted before that, the cooldown will be reset back to 60 seconds. The best way of dealing with a Tantrum is making sure you dump as much damage into the heart as possible, without killing it of course. Note that if you can get the heart on low enough HP, it might start another hard phase immediately after. Now on to the hard mode mechanics. As previously mentioned, you will have to kill the heart to start the hard mode. Immediately after, the boss will heal up to max HP and junk bots will stop spawning from the sides. Be sure to clean up any remaining adds or bots that you have left from the first part of the fight. When it comes to killing the heart, historically there were a lot of debates and arguments when Bloodlust should be used. Since hard mode is quite different, it's best to save Bloodlust or Heroism for later stages of the fight, and push the heart with DPS cooldowns if necessary. Main reason behind it is because you will have to deal with Tantrum a lot more, specifically every 60 seconds. It is suggested that you use Bloodlust when boss is at 35% HP or lower during a Tantrum, since it will help DPS with execute and also help your healers, providing them with more healing per second. It is highly advised that you have a specific rotation of cooldowns in place for tantrums. You will want at least one divine sacrifice from a paladin, since it acts as a raid-wide damage reduction. Druid's bark skin is a perfect cooldown since they can use it every tantrum. Other classes shouldn't forget their personal damage reduction cooldowns either. Rogues have their feint, warriors have their shield wall, and DKs have their icebound fortitude. Do not forget that you can use Druid's Tranquilities and Priest's Divine Hymns as well. Those two are quite strong, so make sure that your Feral, Boomkin or Shadow Priest are not lazy and pay attention, since they could change the course of the fight. To make this fight more fun, Light Bomb and Gravity Bomb have been buffed as well. In addition to its usual effect, Gravity Bomb will also leave a void zone under the player after it explodes. You will have to continue moving after its explosion, because otherwise you will start taking additional shadow damage. Light Bomb isn't innocent either. After its explosion, it will summon a Light Spark, a swirling light elemental with threat table that will deal AoE damage to everyone around it. You will want to nuke down Light Spark as fast as possible. This should be your kill priority target number 1. Having sparks up for extended period of time can easily wipe your raid, especially if it overlaps with the tantrum. You will want your main tank to taunt the spark into melee so they can cleave it down or switch on it without wasting any time spent on moving. That being said, ranged DPS shouldn't ignore them either. Depending on your raid comp, you might need more or less focused damage from ranged and casters on the spark. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you will find it helpful. Please smash that like button if you liked it and subscribe for more Wrath content. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. Also, you might find a pinned post with extra tips about this fight. Special thanks to White Wolf for providing his point of view. Link to his channel will be in the description. And on that note, roll the outro.